I'm Tia Porter, and this is Our Erie. On today's episode, we're highlighting some local people and local businesses truly making an impact on our community. So stick around because all that and more is happening right now on Our Erie.
We hopped over to West 38th Street to check out a special place that's helping some of our favorite furry friends.
We're here today with Ron to learn more about ears right here in Erie. How are you today?
Hi, thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit more about who you are and what you do here.
All right, well, I'm Ron Steger. I'm one of the co-founders of the Erie Area Rabbit Society and Rescue. Myself, along with Linda Jones, started Ears. It all started back on a cold fall Black Friday in 2013 when we met up at a car dealership looking for an abandoned rabbit. And long story short, we rescued the bunny that day named Juki, and Juki is still with Linda. And that's kind of how we all started. And from there, the need really existed in Erie. As you know, we have a lot of very good animal shelters in Erie, Orphan Angels and the Anna Shelter and Because You Care and the Humane Society. And they all do wonderful work, but they deal primarily with dogs and cats. Rabbits are the third most adopted and the third most surrendered pets, and there was really nobody that was focusing on them. We started out on a garage, kind of like up on Peach Street. And from very humble beginnings, we had no heat, no light, no water, but we had the love for the bunnies. Over probably the next year, we knew we needed to try to find a building, and fortunately this particular building was up for sale, or the building next door to us here, we're attached. And so we bought the building in 2015, and then we built this particular part of the building, and the building next door we refer to as the Pink Bungalow. So we have two buildings, and we have about 75 bunnies here. And every one of our bunnies is either abandoned, abused, or neglected. We don't deal with breeders or anything like that. A lot of these bunnies also were rescued outside. Unfortunately, people, for various reasons, throw bunnies outside thinking that they're going to be able to just meld with the wild rabbits and will coexist. And of course, a bunny that has been taken care of inside and now all of a sudden being thrown outside to fend on their own, for the most part, within 24 to 48 hours, they will not survive. So we have a very good rescue team that goes out and rescues the bunnies, and we're pretty good at doing it. We've been doing it for a number of years. The rabbits are not easy to catch, but then we bring them in here and they get, we think, pretty darn good care. They get cleaned every single day. They get fed twice a day. They get greens every day. And I think also they get as much loving as they can get every day from our volunteers.
Tell me more about this guy that you have right here.
Okay, well right here, this is a magpie harlequin named General Pickett, which is maybe an unusual name, but I will just briefly tell you about General Pickett. We got a call 4th of July weekend back in 2021 about a whole bunch of bunnies that were abandoned out in the county, and our team went out and we actually rescued 23 adults that day, of which General Pickett was one of them. And the reason he was named, I got to name him, the General Pickett, is it just so happened, any of you that are Civil War fans, he was rescued at the exact time and the exact date that the Pickett's charge went on in July 3rd, 1863 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's the time that he was rescued. So to me it was a natural that that had to be his name.
We just met Ron and the General, and there are over 75 bunnies here at Ears with some pretty unique names.
We have the band babies, one of which is Bon Jovi, who I'm holding here. We have his siblings, Fleetwood Mac, Zeppelin. We also have the gemstone babies, Flint, Opal, Quartz, Topaz. We have the babies that were born on St. Patrick's Day, Quinn, Jameson, Murphy. Then there's the H babies, Halo, Harlow, Huxton.
I just love your names here. Bon Jovi, I think, is great. Journey was Bon Jovi's mom?
Correct.
Okay, so Journey initially was in a foster home, is that correct?
That's correct. Any bunny that comes into the EARS organization must spend at least 3 weeks in a foster home. It's our quarantine period, so regardless of whether it's a surrender from an owner or a rescue outside, that quarantine period is very important. We obviously want it for health reasons to protect the rest of the rabbits here at EARS, but it's also an opportunity for our foster families to observe the bunny behavior, learn a little bit more. It helps us out when the bunny does come into the rescue and is available for adoption, because now we have some insider secrets as to what that bunny is like in a home.
For EARS, that period is more than just a quarantine. It's a crucial first step in understanding each rabbit's personality and needs. But making that kind of care possible takes a lot of hands, and that's where volunteers become essential.
With volunteers here, that's something that's really needed. Can you tell me more about what type of volunteers you need?
We need volunteers, as I mentioned earlier. We clean 7 days a week, every day. So we need cleaners, and we also need feeders, because we feed them twice a day. And right now, a lot of our mornings is where we have probably our most difficult getting people. And we have some very, very good senior citizens that are here pretty much Monday, Thursday, Friday. That is pretty much a lot of senior citizens. So not just senior citizens, but those seem to be the type of people that are able to come at those hours, because that's when we clean in the morning. So, but we use a lot of high school and college students that need service hours. They come a lot, mainly in the weekends, so we can use that. We've had ROTC students from McDowell, can use that. We've had Mercier students. So anybody that really loves animals, and that's pretty much when people come in, that's why they want to come here, is they just love rabbits.
If you're interested in adopting, fostering, volunteering, supporting, or just learning more, visit eriearearabbitsociety.org or call 814-838-9732. Help a bunny find their forever hoppy home today.
We've officially entered the final week of the Fit Plus 8-week challenge, and this is where the real transformation shows. I'm here with the coaching team to break down what this final stretch really looks like, physically and mentally. Hi guys, how are you today?
Good. Excited to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
So Jack, we'll start with you. Everyone sees the results at the end, but people don't always see what it takes to get there. Can you elaborate on that for me?
Oh, 100%. I mean, it takes a lot of different things. And the biggest thing is, just testing's own character and values. It challenges you on your discipline, challenges you about being consistent, about being comfortable, getting uncomfortable, and really extending outside your natural comfort zones to really challenge yourself and reach those goals. And it's incredible, because the two biggest things that I think we see, especially now, week 7, week 8, is just that understanding and confidence in the fact that a lot of these people who have never been successful at this, the fitness side of things, they've proven that they can be. And that's a huge mental shift for people, 100%. And the other thing is that a lot of people haven't been successful at this, that there is a way to do it. So they've learned 2 things, and they've proven 2 things, that one, there's a system that works for them, and that they're capable of doing it and being consistent with it. And so 2 huge wins, so we see a lot of changes in these final weeks.
What do you say would separate the people who finish super strong and the people who really kind of start to fade at the end?
I think it comes down to one thing at this point, is their will, right? It's starting to be a little more challenging. We start to see those calories get a little bit lower, carbs get a little bit lower. And everyone's winning, no doubt about it. Everybody's learned a lot, like I said. Everybody's improved and gained confidence. Inches lost, pounds lost, but the people that really dial in the last week, typically it's just a matter of their personality, attitude, and will. And some people like, to get after it and have that grit, like someone next to me over here, Coach Carly, gets after it. And we have other folks that are more laid back about it, but they're crushing it in their own way each and every day. So it's just dependent upon the person, their will, their attitude, their energy, and how they want to finish it. But everybody's finishing strong in one way or the other.
So, Carly, you've been in the trenches with everyone every single day, right? You bring energy, but what energy are you seeing from everyone else?
At this point, it's really been fascinating to see the confidence of everyone grow. I think that's the energy that they're bringing to the table right now, is their confidence is growing. And it's been really cool to see. Not only are they showing up, still working extremely hard every single day, but they're also showing this new sides of themselves. Their personalities are growing. It's really cool to see everyone challenging themselves with Jack mentioning the lower calories, the lower food, and everything, still pushing those themselves in not only the workouts, but showing up every day too. I think that's a really cool process, is seeing everybody still be like, well, this is the plan, this is what I have to do, I'm gonna stay on track and get it done. And I love that. I actually had a member reach out to me this morning. They had to do some miles to run some miles, and they're like, I didn't want to do it, but I did it. And I was like, that's the whole point of this, is really leaning into that process. So.
And to piggyback off that real quick, when she talks about their confidence, when people become more confident, you see their true selves. Mm-hmm. You get to see their true energy, their true attitudes, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's good too. And we embrace all that, and we welcome all that, encourage that. So she's 100% on point.
Carly, how would you say that the final pop-up workout truly brings everything together?
Yeah, so this process for the final pop-up workout, am I allowed to share some of those details now?
A little bit, just
just a little bit. So yeah, it's going to be not only just the physical side of it as well. It's going to challenge the members to step outside their comfort zones and show up for themselves in a really big way. But also there's an emotional side to it too. The whole process is going to really make them reflect on the past 8 weeks and kind of lean into that a little bit, because this whole 8 weeks is not only just about, yes, the pounds lost and the inches lost as well, but how are we showing up in this physical way, holistic way too, for ourselves, because it's a lifestyle change. So leaning into the mindset side of it is always very important for me as a coach, and then also for our members too. I think it's really important for them as they finish this strong. We like to say that we're finishing this strong. This allows them to do that at this pop-up workout. So it's going to go down, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to all be challenged and get stronger and be proud of ourselves at the end of it, because I think that's a huge part of it. Is sometimes you hear these daunting workouts or something like that, and you think, oh gosh, can I do it? Absolutely. Everybody can do it, and everyone will do it, and they will be proud of themselves at the end of it. I'll be proud of them too, for sure. We all will.
Yep. Yeah. Just got to put your mind to it, right?
Yeah, right, absolutely.
So Karen, you've been guiding members, with nutrition, with check-ins. Tell me about how important that is, especially in this final week. What are you seeing?
I'm just seeing tighter, leaner, stronger members, and just the confidence that I see. When I first met them and they started the challenge, some of them didn't even know what they were signing up for. And now they're just so proud of themselves and the effort, and just even the community that we've developed, that they're cheering each other on and just like rooting for one another. It's just absolutely amazing. People are just truly transforming mentally, physically. It's amazing.
Emotionally, every which way.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. What would you say to someone, Karen, that maybe isn't seeing the number that they want to quite yet, or maybe won't yet?
That is a big thing with me, because I tell everybody it's more than just a number on a scale. None of us walk around with a Post-it note with our weight on our back. There are non-scale victories. There's fat loss. It's just that routine, that consistency, and that overall healthy lifestyle that you develop during this 8 weeks that you're going to carry on with you. I tell everybody this is just the beginning. It's not the end. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is certainly not the end. So I just think seeing people more confident and healthy is a true win for every single person in this.
And they learn not to jump in, but to jump in, like we said, they're learning that the system can work. It just takes time. But for some people, it may take more time, but as long as you don't stop, you'll eventually get to your goal, no doubt about it.
Yeah, we just had a member last week who hit 100 pounds of her weight loss. So it took her a couple challenges.
I was going to say, nice little clap there.
Yeah.
Amy Skarzinski, one more shout out. We've been giving her shout outs.
She crushes
all week long. But yeah, I mean, that's a great point. 100 pounds, and it took a couple years, a couple challenges, but she just simply did one thing, and she didn't stop. She just kept showing up and worked the system. So you'll get there.
Never gave up,
yep.
Right? So Sarah, final weigh-ins are coming, right? And it's not the end. It's never the end. Tell me why that's so important.
It's so important because through this journey, there's, the biggest mistake is to think that there's a finish line. But really, it's just the beginning, as everybody's already mentioned, right? These are lifestyle habits that in this system, in this process that we teach. And just like anything else, if you go back to those old habits, you're going to get those old results. If you stay within the current habits, you're going to continue to get results. And that's what our system and our program is. We help our members and the folks in this challenge move their body, use their muscle and the strength in their train fit, the nutrition side that Karen just talked about. We have that platform and that structure and that system. We just need people to continue through, this journey in the next week or so, get that weigh in, look at themselves in the mirror and actually say like, hey, like I did this. I am proud of myself for accomplishing this. And I want my future self to continue down this path.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to do this one a little bit more, round table, working our way down here. If you could give just one final piece of advice for this final week to every participant, what would you say? Jack, I'll let you start there.
I would have two things to say. One, own it. You guys have been through a lot. You've proven a lot to yourselves, and you have a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, maybe a lot of fatigue. Own it. Own all of it. That's a part of the process. It's going to build resiliency, build more character. So lean into it, as Coach Carly says, and own that. And then the other thing that I say a lot is forward march. The job's not done. You got to keep showing up. Like Coach Sarah says, rent is due every day. So you got to keep checking those boxes. And back to what the coaches have talked about, that system's in place. You built those habits. Keep doing it. Keep rocking and rolling.
Absolutely. Carly?
Yeah, I think a little bit off of what he said is it's this final week of leaning into that last big push, that finish strong mentality. I think that this is really the time where you can take that step back and be like, whoa, these 8 weeks, they did go really fast. And also, what did you learn about in that? What did you learn about yourself in that process? And I think this week is all about kind of that reflection, while also kind of getting to the nitty gritty of those last few days of where you are like, woo, this is tough, and I can't believe I did this, but I think those words I want for everybody is just, finish strong, be proud, and continue to get ready to get after it because this isn't done.
They're doing it.
They're doing it.
Go ahead.
I would say mental grit, because our own mind is our worst enemy. So during these next, 7-8 days or whatever they have left, I'm tired. The excuses start adding up. I'm hungry. I'm tired of these foods. They just have to literally push all that out of their mind and realize that they've done all these weeks and this is not the time to slow down. And this is where you lean in on your coach and your community and you just say, hey, I'm going to get through it, because in the end, that mental grit is what's going to get you there to feel so proud. That moment is way better than all those days of making those excuses.
Absolutely.
It's kind of a combination of what everyone else has already said. Again, looking in that mirror, I'd look in the mirror and say, tell yourself, I am freaking proud of myself. I did this, and I am not looking back. I'm going to continue on this journey and be proud of what they've accomplished. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
And I think for us, we just want to see everyone just keep pushing, right? I think that's the common goal, is keep pushing, keep driving, and just keep doing you and being the best version of yourself, right?
That's it. That's what we always end our workouts with, be your best, right? So keep showing up, keep checking the boxes, and only good things will happen.
Absolutely. 1 week left, one final push, and then the results. But as the coaches have said, this is really just the beginning.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Melissa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. Before we get started, take out your phone and scan that QR code on your screen. We are helping you save big this season. We got you covered.
That's right, and we're starting with health and wellness, because when you can measure your progress, you can really then stay on track.
This is the Renpho Smart Scale, and it's not just a scale. It gives you your weight, body fat, BMI, and more, all synced right to your phone from the app.
It's like having a personal health dashboard right in your bathroom. You can track your goals day by day, week by week, and actually I have this at home and I'm able to see my progress over time.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
And staying on the wellness track also means taking care of your mindset, and that's where our next pick comes in.
These are the Soundcore Q30 by Anchor, and they instantly help you create your own space anytime and anywhere.
With hybrid active noise canceling, custom EQ in the app, and up to 50 hours of playtime.
It's really that quiet that you didn't know you needed. pocket, and it also travels with you.
And speaking of traveling, let's talk about staying powerful and prepared on the go.
This is the Anchor Solix DC Power Bank Station, and it's really a game changer for road trips, camping, or even emergencies.
With 288 watts per hour of power and a 300-watt output, you can keep your devices charged, your gear running, and your essentials ready no matter where life takes you.
And while we're talking about being on the go, quick question, when did you really think about your car insurance last?
Insurance prices always change and not always in our favor.
According to Money.com, among insured Americans who switched carriers, 92% saved money and 63% saved at least $100 annually.
If you've moved, drive less, or got a new car, it's a great time to shop around. Save by going direct and skip that agent.
Money.com lets you compare and buy car insurance right from their site. Go to Money.com or scan that QR code on your screen to compare right on their homepage.
All right, let's take one last look at today's products and services helping you save money. From your health to being on the go, we got you covered this spring.
We do indeed, and head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
From local people to local businesses, these are the people and the places helping make our community shine. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Tia Porter, and we'll see you next time on Our Erie.
Thank you.